2014 saw the fall from grace of some of the country's biggest names in politics and the military. And the wide-reaching anti-corruption campaign launched by President Xi last year continues to net both high-ranking tigers and low-ranking flies. Our reporter Wu Haojun starts us off.
China's new leadership 2 years in, and there's no letting up in the fight against corruption. Some 25,000 officials were investigated on suspicion of corruption in just the first half of 2014. And no one, no matter how high their ranking, appears safe. Zhou Yongkang, once one of the most powerful men in the country, has been arrested on a raft of corruption charges, including the leaking of official secrets and bribery. Xu Caiho was one of China's top generals. He's one of the highest level military officer to be investigated since 1949. And it's sending shockwaves through the People's Liberation Army.
China shows no tolerance for corrupt behaviors and corrupt officials. No matter who he is and how senior his position is, if he violates the discipline of the party and the law, he will be seriously dealt with and be punished to the full extent of the law.
This all-out anti-corruption campaign has struck fear into the hearts of China's corrupt officials. With one noticeable result, they're shunning all forms of extravagance. Luxury sales are down, from fashion garments to shoes and jewelry. But China has had some trouble apprehending corrupt officials who have fled the country. So at last month's APEC meetings, it proposed more cross-border cooperation in the pursuit of those outside its reach. And it managed to gain the support of key countries in its quest, including the United States.
The APEC member economies have decided to set up a cross-border law enforcement network to strengthen the transnational anti-corruption cooperation in the region. We have reached consensus in hunting down fugitives at large, recovering their ill-gotten assets, and expanding law enforcement cooperation.
So now anti-corruption is no longer simply a domestic problem. It has become
confirmed that the debris found by rescuers in the Java Sea are from its flight 8501. Authorities say that the debris was found 10 kilometers from the plane's last known location. Indonesian rescuers have pulled bodies and debris from the sea off the coast of Borneo. As dusk fell on Tuesday, the Indonesian Navy confirmed that at least 40 bodies had been recovered. That number is expected to grow. Searchers also said that the emergency exit door and other objects found on Tuesday are part of the AirAsia flight. Well, in the meantime, let's stay on the issue. Well, families of the passengers on board missing AirAsia's plane flight QZ8501 has reacted with relief and anger after searchers found debris and bodies in the Java Sea. Many were waiting for the news at the crisis center of Surabaya Airport when pictures of the floating bodies were broadcast on television. Well, several people collapsed in grief and were helped away. Others broke down in tears. A Navy spokesman said a plane door, oxygen tanks and one body have been taken away by helicopter for tests. AirAsia Chief Tony Fernandez, who has been in Indonesia since the plane went missing, said he was rushing back to Surabaya. He tweeted that his heart was filled with sadness for all the families involved, adding that he had no words to express how sorry he was. About 30 ships and 21 aircraft from Indonesia, Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, South Korea and the US have been involved in the search across an area of up to 10,000 square nautical miles.